when it comes to your Mary Kay business. And we dove a little bit deep into some of them, but I know a lot of people wanted to go deeper into others or continue talking about things that we already talked about. So I'm going to tell you the 12 things first. And then while I'm doing that in the chat, you can definitely put what you want to talk more about. So number one is lead generation. So generating leads, 25 new leads per week is minimum. So 25 new leads per week. Two is strong booking skills and habits. So this is your booking system. This is people not falling through the cracks. This is that you're actually booking new parties every week, and that you have the skills and the habits to do that. Number three is confident coaching and pre-profiling. So coaching your bookings to hold. That's super important. That's part of being full circle. Number four is flip chart mastery. So from start to finish, you're using your flip chart. Number five is individual closing. I feel like this is what most of y'all asked about. So again, put your questions in the chat. So individual closing. And then number six is Party to Rise program. So that is how we track our power starts. It's, the 30 faces and the shares and the wholesale. It's just a tracking sheet, but also looking at the page that goes with it that tells you if you do this, you can expect these results, so that you know that whatever your desired results are, that you're doing the right amount of activity to reach it. And then next, number seven is career survey mastery. That's share calls. So share calls, share calls, share calls. Doing them, booking them, coaching them, holding them. And then number eight is product knowledge and personal use. Number nine is systems for follow-up and customer service. Number 10 is event and meeting attendance. 11 is effective goal setting and execution. And then 12, we could probably do a week on every one of these. We could probably do a whole 12-week training on Full Circle. And maybe we should. Maybe we'll start the year like that. First 12 weeks of the year, we'll do one per week. But for now, what questions do you have? Did I say number 12? Number 12 is consistent communication with your director. So, okay. So what of those 12 things do you feel like we need to discuss the most? Because this is not, just like last week, this is not a training where I prepared a bunch of words to say, like, this is what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about what you feel like you need help in and support or have questions about. So, Scarlett, question. So after hearing Michelle and Mandy, do you feel like doing something like that, like a temptation basket, something that they can do or play with or feel? I love the little like fragrance bar. Do you feel like something like that would be beneficial?
Yeah, absolutely. I wrote both of those things down. I think I'm leaning more towards like a fragrance bar, only because, those things sell, at most of our events and everything. So, and it's just easier because I do have those on hand. So, absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So, oh, no, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to put in the chat a picture, but for some reason it's not letting me put a chat. Angel, I was going to put it in the chat, but it's not letting me put a picture for some reason. It used to. Anyway, all right, so I'll read them again. But also, Scarlett, I had another thought. Do you feel like moving the business opportunity before the individual close is also going to help you not feel that way? Okay.
100%. Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So, what else? I'll read 9 through 12 again. Number 9 is systems for follow-up and customer service. 10 is event and meeting attendance. 11 is effective goal setting and execution. And then 12 is consistent communication with your director. So keep dropping in the chat what you want to. We got 25 minutes. So Kelly, livening up your parties. Oh, Another thing I'm going to be doing with the flip chart is I'm going to be removing like half the words from the flip chart because even though I want to give you the words to say, I don't think it's the best thing for you. Not for you, Kelly, but like for all of you. Because then we're like, review the what you need to know document and an investment in you. Like, we're just like, because the right now the flip chart, literally you could read it word for word and it's a party. And that's good and bad. It's good because you might not know what to say. But it's bad because you might stand there and read it the whole time. So, what I'm going to do is move from here is all the words you need to here are some bullet points like cleanser, have them put it on. Make sure you wash your face every night before bed. Take it off. Like, really? It almost doesn't matter what we say. And I'm very detail oriented, and that's why I struggle with this. I struggle really hard with this because I'm like, but, I want to say that. But, okay, people who are not detail oriented are going to be bored out of their mind at half the stuff we say at our parties. So we're going to take 90% of the words out, and I just want you to connect with people. Yes, there will definitely be a new flip chart. So you're going to, it's actually not, it's the same flip chart, but edited. It's going to be heavily edited. Um, so we're going to connect with people. The best way for one to seem interesting is for the people at your party to talk more than you. Because when you walk away from a party and you realize that you know nothing about any of the people that were just at that party, then we just know we took up way too much space. And if you take up all the space in a conversation, you do not come across as interesting. You come across as like arrogant. And so in our parties, the best way to connect with people is to ask lots of questions. So maybe in the flip chart, I'll just add prompts like ask a question, or maybe even off to the side, I can put some examples of questions that you could ask. But honestly, when I go into a party, usually if it's just the hostess there, I just immediately start asking her so many questions. I'm like, okay, so I'm setting up. I'm putting out the mirrors and putting out the products, but I'm talking to her the whole time. So, are you from here? Oh, where are you from? What brought you to South Carolina? And then I'm also looking around. Context clues. So, if I could tell she has kids, how old are your kids? You know, where do they go to school? Like all these things, you're connecting with people because if you ask enough questions, you are going to find something in common with them. And then you're able to truly connect with them. And then um as far as livening up the party. So I have who here has ever listened to Ari Hathaway's booking tips and scripts? It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna put it in this chat right now because it is so good and everybody needs to listen to it. But she talks about especially she mostly talks about booking calls, but she says, I gotta find it. Hold on. It's actually in our Google Drive. So there's that. But I'm going to also share it in here. Here we go. So y'all can take this link and save it forever and ever. I have listened to this training. So Ari Hathaway is a national sales director. I've listened to this training hundreds of times. Like I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. It's so good. It's 35 minutes. Listen to it while you're getting ready. Listen to it before you go to bed. Listen to it in the car. Just listen to it. It's a YouTube link, but there's no video. It's just talking. But she talks about how the two things that you always need to remember when you go to a party is that, and right now I feel like we're failing on one of these. Your parties have to be fun and they have to be fast. Fun and fast. Not you need to know about every ingredient and every product and tell them exactly what to do with it. Because chances are they're going to come to the individual clothes and be like, what was that stuff we put over here? That's what I want. They don't care what it was called. They don't care about the ingredients. They just care how it made their skin feel. That's why they're buying it. So They're buying you first, they're buying the product second. So if we are not selling ourselves at our parties, then you know what they're going to do? They're going to leave your party and they're going to go buy Mary Kay from someone else. So it is important that we are fun. And the more you can get people to agree with you in a party, also, the better. The more they're going to like you and the more they're going to lean towards you as their consultant, right? Because they can get Mary Kay from places other than you. Um, so yes, that is the one where she says to do jumping jacks prior to calls, or like literally run around the house. Like if you have to go outside, run around your house, come back in, make booking calls, you have to sound like you have gossip, is what she says. If you do not sound excited, you cannot expect them to be excited. You have to bring the party to them. You cannot expect that they're always going to be fun. You're going to walk into some really awkward groups of people. You're going to walk into some parties where they're just all super quiet. If you feed off of their energy, that's going to be a boring party. So you have to bring the party. And I get it because I came into Mary Kay super shy, super quiet, very timid. But you have to let your inner cheerleader come out in Mary Kay because that's the best way to have a fun party. So you have to be willing to be flexible. You have to be willing to be that. And I'm not saying you have to be a certain personality type or not be yourself because you do want to be yourself. Don't lie. But I do think this is like kind of not related, but maybe a little bit. I think the enemy uses certain personality words to suppress us and hold us back, such as introverted. And that can become a wall that we hide behind and are unwilling to come out of, when in reality we were created to be in community and connect with people. So it's just a skill. It's just you growing personally, but you have to bring the fun. You have to be the one, and you have to ask them lots of questions. So that's why I love the ticket thing. So at the beginning, I say, I'm gonna hand out tickets the whole time because I don't like talking to a group of people that are just staring at me. I literally say that. Get rid of the awkwardness yourself. Say whatever it is that's awkward, like bring it out and be like, we ain't doing this. So I don't like talking in front of a group that's just staring at me. So you have to talk to me to get tickets. And then they laugh. The more that you can get them to laugh, the better. And it's okay if you're not funny. I'll leave the funny stuff in the flip chart. I won't take that out. But over time, you're going to hear more things. Like as you're getting on the Tuesday night parties, for example, you're going to hear more things that you're like, oh, that's really good, or that's really funny, or that's really impactful. And you can include those in your party. You can write on your flip chart, write little things in the margins, write little notes of things that you want to remember to say, or something that got a good reaction from people that you want to make sure you do it the next time. So yes, as far as livening up the parties, you have to bring the energy. You cannot, like, when you go into a party and your hostess says, "How are you doing?" Are you like, "Oh, it's been a rough day." Girl, you better not be going into a party like that. You better be like, "I'm amazing. How are you?" And it's not because we're fake, but we are there to what? What is our job? What is our one job in Mary Kay? Your one job is to pretend that everybody has an invisible sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." Right. Would it make you feel important if I complained to you about how much my day sucked? No. That doesn't make you feel important at all. Now, are they going to relate? Yeah, because their day sucked too. But is that what we're there for? Nope, that's not our job. So we bring the energy, we bring the excitement, and we are there to make their day better. We're there to brighten their day. We're there to make them happy. That's our job. So, a lot of that comes with time, but I used to have to tell myself before I went into every party, because pretty much every party I've ever held for the most part has been people I don't know. So when I go into the party, I just tell myself, I am whoever they think I am. Like they don't know that I started this business super shy and quiet, and that my tendency in a group of people is to hide in the corner until somebody talks to me first. Like they don't know that. So You bring the energy, you be excited, and just remember when you go into a party that the sky is blue and Mary Kay is awesome. Those are two facts. The sky is blue, Mary Kay is awesome. That's it. It's exciting. Everybody's going to love it. And inspect what you expect. This is big too. This isn't even like on the little bubble, but inspect what you expect. If you go into a party expecting that they're not going to like you or that they're going to be weird or it's going to be awkward or they're not going to buy anything or they're not going to join your team, guess what you're going to get? All of those things. That's exactly what's going to happen because the power of attraction is 100% real. Whether you believe it or not, it's real. Like the law applies to you whether you believe it or not. So when you go in and you are excited, what do you attract more of? Excitement. You're bringing out their excitement. When you go in expecting them to like you, what's going to happen? They're going to like you. Not because you're arrogant, because you're not going in arrogant. You're going in confident. There's a difference. So, and that's okay. I mean, I knock all of my products down at least 3 times while I'm at my parties. It's okay. I forget at least one thing at every party. I don't care that I have a list and I know exactly what's supposed to go in my bag. I always show up and don't have something. It's okay. It is what it is. What are you bringing attention to? Are
I
you
still have a bunch of your stuff.
say what?
I still have a bunch of your stuff.
Well, you know what? It don't matter because I'm about to change it anyway. I remember that every time I'm at a party and I'm like, I only have 4 set sheets. What the heck? So it's okay. It's all good. You know what? I got new spray bottles. I got new tickets. I'm about to make new set sheets. I'm like, yeah, Melissa, see, that's what you do. So to bring, to liven it up, you have to bring it. You have to bring it. When you're doing the referral game, don't play a song that's going to put them to sleep. Play something exciting. Play Everything is Awesome. Play Michael Jackson. Play disco. I don't know. Play something exciting. So put some background music on if you have to. Take them treats. There are people I've heard that take snacks to every party. They just take all their people snacks. I actually really like food, but I don't do all that because I like to make food and it would get expensive and time consuming. Take them snacks. Take them a chocolate. Whatever you got to do to make it more exciting. And the best thing you could do is whatever you would get excited for, because if you would get excited for it, you're going to be excited to give it. So that will help a lot too. Um, so yes, we'll have new sheets. We'll have probably all new party supplies. But when I make this change, you don't have to make this change. You can keep doing what you're doing until you run out of the dash out the door look. You don't have to be like, okay, now I'm going to do exactly that. Use up all your mascara. Although I will say, if you make the switch, the products that we demo in the dash out the door look, they will sell in a basket. You can throw them all in a basket. And you can even throw your demo ones in a basket and be like, while I'm doing the close, feel free to try this mascara with the wands. Here, feel free to put this eyeshadow on the back of your hand. You can let them play with that stuff while you're doing the closing and it'll still sell. So that's an idea. That's probably what I'll do, actually. I'm really excited. I'm glad that Michelle and Mandy shared with us tonight. So that's a great idea. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about that y'all didn't mention, but keep putting questions in the chat. We have a few more minutes. I want to talk about share calls. So clearly, you guys are booking and holding parties. You're seeing faces. But we have one share call this past week. When really every face should be a share call. Now, about half of what we book holds, and that applies to share calls too. So about half of the share calls that you book or schedule will hold. They do not all hold, but we book them all. So put in the chat right now, what is stopping you from doing share calls? Why are we not holding more share calls? Especially if you're doing parties or if you have a goal of moving up the career path. Y'all, I used to go into parties. So if you're if you want to be a leader in this company, which you do not have to do, you do not have to be a leader in this company, but if you want to, here's what we're trained to look for at parties. As a director, when I walk into a party, the first thing that I look for is my next offspring sales director. So who is that like super sharp, super fun, super like whatever it is that I'm looking for? Who is that? And then the second thing that I'm looking for is new team members because I need people that are going to join and not become directors. Everybody can't be a director. I need a base unit. I need people to work with. So I look for who's my next director? Who's my next team member? Next is who's my next hostess. So especially the fun ones because they're going to get people together. And then referrals and then sales. Sales is last because the sales just happen. But unfortunately, we get it backwards a lot. We walk in looking for sales and then we leave everything else at the party. And then guess what? You leave, you have sales, but you have nothing else. And if you have nothing else, you're not working full circle. Who wants to work harder, not smarter? We want to work smarter, right? And full circle is working smarter. Not full circle is leaving money on the table. So all right. So when it comes to share calls, I think I should book on the spot 100%. Yes, absolutely. That's like non-negotiable. Don't walk out the door without your bookings or your share calls book, which Scarlett already does that. Um, Kelly, yours is the wording. So what do you mean? Like on the flip chart or just, oh, here's a tip. I have to tell you this. A lot of the words that we use in Mary Kay, we use among ourselves. We don't use them when we're talking to people, right? So I've noticed a lot of people say, "Oh, I need to book your share call." Well, y'all, if I was on the receiving end of that, I'd be like, "What? No, that sounds awful. Like, I don't want to do a share call. What's a share call?" Or um, host a party. Even the words host a party are cringy for a lot of people because they think they have to clean up their house and make food and do all this. And no, like, girl, we just need to do a skincare session. So, um, yes, Kate Spade drawing, and that it helps with training. And that's what's in the flip chart. Y'all, it's in the flip chart. It does not say to sit down and tell her, we need to book your share call, because I wouldn't be booking that either if I was the guest. We say, okay, so we're gonna pencil in your call to get you into the Kate Spade giveaway. All you're gonna do is watch a quick video, and and then we book it within 24 hours. And so okay, so all right. I think the real issue here is not the share call. I think the real issue is the individual close. That's the issue. Okay, now what I'm learning, the issue is not the share call. All right, so are you taking your flip chart to your individual close? Do you read the individual close page? Like, do you actually go through the questions? Like, okay, how did you enjoy yourself? How does your skin feel? What other questions do you have? A lot of times they do have questions. And then, so I see you want to take home, okay, the princess collection today. Perfect. Was there anything else you were thinking about? And then we get their order. And then And yes, that's a good idea because we have reminder cards that you give out at your party that has where you write down their second session. Sorry. And their share call. So that holds you accountable too. And it's a reminder for them. Sorry. So you get distracted and then forget, and then just what you said, you get the sale and leave everything else behind. Okay. You were saying share call a lot. Okay, yeah. Um, I will tell you one thing that I will not leave a party without is a share call. I can get the sale later, but the share call, that is because the thing is, if I can get her on the phone for a share call, I get to talk to her about everything else. If I didn't get her second session booked, I can do that on the share call. If she's thinking about ordering, I can talk to her about that on the share call. If she bought products on the share call, I'm going to ask her how her skin is feeling. So, so what, so this is logistically what is stopping you. But one thing I also know is that when the why is big enough, the how will always appear. So if your why is big enough as far as you moving up the career path, you won't leave a party without share calls. So that might be something that you want to do if you are interested in moving up the career path, is to spend some time thinking about why you want to move up the career path. And the other thing too is, even if you don't want to move up the career path, it's not about you. The share call is not always about you. It's not always because you have a goal. So I'm gonna read you a poem right quick. I'm just gonna make you cry right quick. Um, and I want you to remember this every time you go into a party. So anybody that has gotten any amount of good anything from your Mary Kay business, raise your hand. Like confidence, money, sisterhood, like anything positive. Has anybody gotten anything positive from your business? Okay. So at the end of the day, it is really selfish for us to be the end of that line, to not pass it on to other people. Even if you don't have a career path goal, I can't tell you how many stories we hear of people that they joined just to help someone out. That someone's not even in Mary Kay anymore, and now they're nationals or they're sales directors. Or there's so many lives that have been changed by that one person that's not even in Mary Kay anymore. So it's not just about us. It is about her too, because she could literally be praying for an opportunity like this. And you could have been put in her path to share it with her. I've heard people who have turned, changed like generational um poverty, who have been able to leave abusive relationships because of the confidence and money that they got from their Mary Kay, who literally they're so in China one time, then when Kristen Sharp was there at their seminar training, or it might have been their leadership, and she asked one of them, why did they love Mary Kay? And she said, because of Mary Kay, she was allowed to have another child. And that's just how it is in China. And so, you guys, it's not about you. So don't leave a party without a share call. No stone unturned. So let me read you this poem right quick. It's called Maybe She Needs Me, if you want to look it up. It had been a long day, and I was finishing a task. As I hurried past her, that little voice said, ask. Oh, that's the Holy Spirit, by the way. Ugh, not today, I told myself. I'm tired and it shows. Besides, I could look foolish and she'll likely say no. While drifting off to sleep that night, I saw her face again. I wondered what her life was like, her dreams, her needs, her pain. What if she'd been praying for a friendly word or smile, the chance to meet somebody that would go that extra mile? What if she'd been looking for a break, an open door? Was this the opportunity that she'd been praying for? I saw the cars she would not drive, the ring she would not wear, because I would not risk myself to stop to ask to share. So, what if what I offered her was not her cup of tea? That was a choice for her to make. How selfish could I be? When all my dreams are realized, I don't want to feel regret for the lives I didn't touch and change the no's I didn't get. Oh, let me live the true go give and let my mission be. Not do I need her, but maybe she needs me. So, well, it worked on Michelle. Michelle will not leave a party without her share call set up anymore. I can't see all of your faces right now, but y'all, I came from a party where you wouldn't have thought that anything was really coming from this party. The party as a whole didn't buy a whole lot. We didn't look like much. I didn't look like much. I certainly didn't show up looking like I do now, which I still not a, I mean, I still have, some growth to do in the image area, but y'all, you would have never thought that an offspring sales director would have come from the party that I was at. What if she had not even bothered working at Full Circle? I never would have even known that this was an option for me. I never would have pursued it on my own. I never would have looked at her and said, I think I want to do what she does. No, no, none of that would have happened. I would have bought my little moisturizer, gone on about my life, and never thought about it again. That's what would have happened. And that's what's happening to a lot of people. They buy your products, they go home, and then they forget about it. And that's it. If there's no follow up, if there's no next step, that's what's happening. So that's going to be my challenge for you this week is even by the end of Friday, because it's October 31st on Friday, it's the last day of the month. I challenge you because especially if you saw faces this week, I want you to go back to those faces and set up share calls. And if you don't really know what to say to them to actually get them to hold a share call, text me and I'll give you a script. You can copy and paste and send it. I will 100% walk you through what to say, even when they respond. What next? What next? I'll do all that. But I challenge each of you, everybody on this Zoom. Let me look at everybody. I got to take a picture because I got to get off and do the Zoom party. I challenge you all to hold 3 share calls. All right. Cheese. Okay. So if you don't really, oh, let me take it again. Now that I see Tiffany. Okay. Cheese. Fabulous. Okay. I'm always taking a picture of my screen. It would look much better as a screenshot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a screenshot. Let's do it one more time. Say cheese. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so much better. Okay, got it. So I challenge you all to have 3 share calls this week. Now, if you're like, I don't even know what that means, I don't even know where to begin, text me because now I have all of you on camera. I know that you are all here. Um, Text me and say, I want to do these share calls, but what do I do? What do I do first? And I will tell you exactly what to do. And it is really good training. And guess what? I do the call. You don't have to do the call. You're just listening in for training, but it's going to help you get more bookings. It's going to help you get more sales. It's going to help you get more team members. And it's going to definitely help you with training. So that's my challenge for you this week. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 13 times 3 share calls this week. Y'all, this unit is about to explode. And I need y'all. For us to finish our goal this month, I need all of us to stretch. I'm asking that you just be willing to stretch these past few days, or these last few days, these past few days. I'm so tired, apparently. So stretch the last few days. It's the rest of the double credit. We still have 3 full days plus the rest of tonight. And then we have people working on career path goals. And I did the math. And when every one of you do what you said you were going to do at the beginning of the month, guess what? It'll be done for the first time ever. And I'm so excited. So, okay, go have a fantastic week. I'm going to go do this Zoom party. So feel free to hop on with me. It's going to be super fun and fast. And Scarlett and I are going to go make it awesome. So have a great night. Love you guys. And reach out to me with your goals if you haven't already. I sent everybody a text earlier asking what your goal for the rest of the month is. And just know it's not too late.